Everybody, how's it going? Chris here, of course, to show you guys some comic books. Oh, let's start with this. This is one of the things I got at the comic book store. It was one that, one week I didn't have very much, so I figured, hey, I'm going to splurge a little bit, get some of this. I want to smell like a 90-year-old man or a 91-year-old man who's worth millions. This is the stuff that you got to go for. Hopefully you can see that a bit there. This is the Stan Lee bottle. Its own fragrance. Actually smells pretty good, like I say. Maybe $1 million, kind of washed with Old Spice. Probably a little lighter than Old Spice, so it's actually pretty good. So there's this little card, mentioning about the fragrance and his thank yous for purchasing that. But comes in a nice box too. I like that. Stan Lee, the mustache and glass is definitely a iconic image to symbolize the man. So the Stan Lee signature cologne actually smells pretty good. So smell like $1 million. So that's really cool. I recommend checking it out. I mean, if you're into colognes and things like that, even just as a collector, nerdy collector, Stan Lee cologne. I mean, that's kind of hilarious. It's kind of a neat item. Almost in the same vein, sort of as comic books being printed on toilet paper. I mean, these toiletries with Marvel, branding sort of on it, or some type of comic book branding. Not really Marvel now, is he? But yeah, so that's kind of cool. I really enjoyed that. I think it was about $30 for the bottle where I got it. So that's kind of cool. Might as well show this right now, just to get it out of the way. This is one of the books that I got at a garage sale. I think it was only 5 cents or something like that. I paid for it. Little black and white Batman, kind of beat up, falling apart a little bit. Half the spine is unglued, but still, good to read and whatever. So it was a garage sale find, and I got a couple more garage sale finds. I'll show you guys. Nothing too big or whatever, but if I find some comic books at garage sales, I'll pick them up as long as they're not gonna completely, fall apart. Okay, so moving on to some of the new publications. Here we have The Walking Dead issue 126. This concludes the All Out War. It looks like a really interesting cover. Nikki hasn't read it yet, so she's reading some other books. But yeah, wow. Let me know what you guys think about this one too. I kind of want to know. What did you guys think of the conclusion anyways? Here's one, just the price. I'm kind of disappointed with this one. I'm probably going to be picking up the series, but for a $5 book, this was kind of a disappointment. I mean, they could have done this in a couple of panels and just made the next issue a little bit oversized, or with issue number 1 made issue number 0 here of Original Sin an Infinity Comic bonus or something like that in issue number 1. To me, it took way too long. I mean, a whole comic book dedicated to such a small, tidbit of information. I don't know if it was really even needed, but this issue number 0 is kind of a primer to the event. But yeah, I think almost unnecessary, and I'm sure they're going to be going back over this type of information or folding it into the story anyway. So that kind of sucks. That was $5 for that, but. Yeah, Original Sin. I haven't collected, I think, the last 2 events that happened in Marvel, I think. So this is the next event I'll be collecting. I kind of opted out of the last couple because I didn't really think they were necessary overall. Here's a really big one. I don't know what to think about it. It's going to be interesting anyways. Here's the final issue. I got a variant edition. I think I paid near regular price, or not very much anyways for this one. Issue 31 of the Superior Spider-Man. Great cover there. I picked out the best one that I liked for the one that I could afford. Like this one over the the regular, I guess. Seeing the original red and blue, I don't know. I'm not so excited for the red and blue. It seemed pretty bland now with after all this stuff that Otto was doing with the spider suits and everything like that. And I know Spider-Man himself, he's changed a lot of costumes. I know it's classic. You got Peter back. You got to start there with the red and blue. But I hope he does take some of the technology that Otto had and some of the costumes and kind of folds them in, and we see costume change-ups once in a while. I do like the costume change-ups. Once in a while, or the different suits for the different scenarios that he might be fighting in. I do like those. So that's that. Let's see, Wolverine issue number 4, and I showed you guys in my last video. I got issue number 5, a variant sitting right there. I think I'm pointing to it. Yeah, right in the middle there. A variant for issue number 5. So I got number 4, so I can finally read 4 and 5. So as you can see there, he's leaving the Xavier or the Jean Grey school, and this of course plays into the the storyline that of course is happening, where he's working for this offer, but you kind of get the sense now when I was flipping through here and flipping through issue number 5 without reading him, but that he's kind of going undercover, basically, and he has to have a cover for, being away from the school, and a cover also for having a reason to be in this group of baddies, sort of. So that's kind of interesting. It's so far it's been pretty good, and I noticed in the other issue there, you get to see a little bit more of the ablation armor, him practicing with it. So that's kind of cool with the other piece, the claws on his forearm. So another one that ties in. I love it when they tie these things in. So kind of a follow a little bit from Wolverine leaving the school here. Here's a picture of Storm holding up the school. So as Wolverine takes off from the school, she's kind of left as the new headmaster, and see how that's all going to be a burden on her. Oh, and here is one that many of us have been waiting for. I know definitely me and Hippies Collectibles Tom there. Friggin' waiting for this one in a long time. I really try to savor this one, and that is Frankenstein Alive, issue number 3. Try to get the light shining off there. Such beautiful, beautiful art, and I really try to take my time. As Tom said, it is pretty quick if you just read the words through it. I mean, and it's narrated by the monster himself. But just incredible artwork. Bernie Wrightson's the brush work is just insanely beautiful. I mean, as Tom said too, you can understand why he's taking so long, but still, I wish you could get these out a little bit faster. It's a very shiny cover there. Frankenstein Alive. So it's really interesting to see where this story's going, and trying to. I see a sense of trying to redeem the monster a little bit, and that's, I think, what the character wants to do, kind of redeem himself. He has regrets and shame for his past. And it looks like he's going to be a little bit more of a hero by the end of this series. I think so. Kind of interesting. This one I had to get. Really didn't know what it was about, but I saw it. It was so cheap on the website, and I saw it on Clint's channel. So I just had to get this one. It's from the 80s. I think it was 83, 84. Something like that. What does it say there? 83. A generic comic book. And I flipped through it, didn't see any credits either, so I don't even know, who did the artwork or story, anything like that. All it says in the top and the inside is Stanley Presents, but I don't know who actually, all the people who worked on this book. Generic comic book. So if anybody knows about that, let me know. Here's one. I had to get this quite a while ago, a back issue, lost it. Told you guys about it in the video. Just had to get back, because I only got up to issues number 5, but I was missing this one. I read it, I showed it to you guys at one time, somehow it went missing. So X-Men, Amazing X-Men, issue number 3. Okay, some other back issues. I can't remember what the synopsis of this one is, but the story is called Hulk Wolverine 6 hours, and obviously they have only 6 hours for something, but some back issues I've never read before. Always cool to see Hulk and Wolverine interact. So here's issue 1, 2, 3, and 4 of that. Okay, some other back issues that I got. Not really cheap, but, as I was saying before, trying to get some more Uncanny X-Men, especially with the Wolverine books, basically from issue number 94 and up is what I'm going to be trying to collect. It's going to take a while, but Here I got issues number 3 and 5 of some king-sized annuals. And another series I really do want to try to complete this year as well too. What a beautiful, beautiful series. Very worthy of the Mylar I put it in. Here's issue number 31 of Commandy. Issue number 33, because I believe I already have 32, which was a giant-sized, and I think it had some reprints in it. Yeah, so 33. And the last Commandy I got for today was this right here, 34. So that's where I currently am right now, up to issue number 34 with also a Brave and the Bold issue that had featured Commandy as well too. So some other garage sale finds, and then one early birthday present for my wife. A couple here for Logan, Super Mario Brothers. Found that at a garage sale. So that'll be kind of a fun read for him. That's issue number 2. And issue number 5. Another great series. Had to pick this one because I love this series as a kid. Here's a small little mini collection of Eastman and Laird's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventures. So this I can't remember which ones they collect. But anyways, this is a Return of the Shredder. So this is a couple story arcs after the beginning of the series, at least. So all a little bit beat up, but they were like 5 cents each, so couldn't pass those up. So the last thing, and this kind of goes in with the other book that I had gotten, the Frankenstein Alive, right here, this beautiful publication from 1993. So 10 years after the publication of Marvel's 1983. Frankenstein. This one's the first printing and illustrations by Bernie Wrightson. So that came out, and then 10 years later, they decided to come out with this. Bernie Wrightson's, the Lost Frankenstein pages. So it's incredible. It's, not too thick, but very worth it. So it has some preliminary drawings, some drawings that were unused from that original publication, and a little bit of background. So it's got a few pages of text and things like that. Or showing you, some pages are showing you from the original and the preliminary to see how the process happened, what he was thinking first on page, his thumbnail sort of, and then to the finished drawing. And like I say again, some artwork from Bernie Wrightson that was unused from that publication in '83. I definitely wanted this one for a while. It's been on my watch list for a while, and my wife bought it for me as a birthday present. My birthday is just a couple days away next week, so this came early. I was really excited. Asked her, that I can open it, and I was just really, really excited about having it. So I'll give you guys, besides seeing the cover there, I'll give you guys one page inside. Let's see if I can show you guys something that you wouldn't have seen in the other book, perhaps. This will probably be, yeah. So here's a nice one where he meets the monster there. I don't think that one's in the publication. Just incredible. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. And this one as well is a first printing for that also. So that's about that, you guys. That is my haul to show you guys today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Maybe there's a few books that maybe inspire you to go and get. And next up, I will be having another Famicom Cave video, so I got a few video games there. I have planned 2 videos for the Famicom Cave coming up soon, so hopefully you guys will be enjoying that, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. And if you got any comments or questions, leave those below, and I'll talk to y'all later. See ya.